Hello Aries, welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your September monthly reading. We are going to look at love at the beginning of the month, and then we are going to go into finance and career later, unless it comes up in this reading. Aries, as always, please only take the things that resonate. If you have to question, if you have to reach for, the situations to make sense in your life, it's probably not your reading, and pass it on by. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, rising signs. All three of those will tell you something different. Typically, your rising sign is going to be the energy that is the most accurate because it does not change as frequently as the sun or the moon. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and jump right into it and see what is coming in for you in the month of September. We are using this oracle deck here. I was going to use some tarot, but I kind of got the message not to. So obviously there's something maybe important coming out here for you through these cards. First card out is protection. The second card out is greed. And then we did have remembrance want to flip over there. With these three cards here, Aries, I definitely get a feeling that in September, I think that you're going to remember that something happened to you in the past, and whatever happened to you in the past, it might have hurt before, and it might have felt like either you felt like you were being greedy and selfish and really stingy with your energy, your money, your time, something like this, or you felt like the other person was being really greedy with your time, money, finances, attention, whatever it is. With you remembering this situation, Aries, I feel like there's going to be this aha moment where you realize it was actually a good thing that you ended it, whether it was because you felt like you were being used or because you didn't want to give the time, attention to this other person. And so then they kind of either moved away from you or you moved away from them. I'll definitely say I feel like, Aries, you moved away from this person. I don't feel like you wanted to. The image that I get in my mind, I see someone like possibly breaking up with someone, leaving someone behind, something like that, even quitting a job, but feeling really bad about it, like not really wanting to do it. They're emotional, they're going through the works, and I get this sense that you wanted to go back, that you wanted to reconnect, that you wanted to stay there, whatever it was. It's almost like you regretted your decision, because I also see someone crying and almost kind of begging, not like literally begging, but someone is very emotional. They're trying to reconnect. They're trying to get back something that they let go of. And Aries, I feel like that was you trying to get back something you let go of. But what you don't realize, like I mentioned, is it was actually a good thing that it worked out the way it did. Let's find out why, if they will tell us. Why was it protection? Why was it protection for Aries? And Aries, I think that the significance of this in September, the way it's coming up, it could be this person's birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could be the date that you broke up, it could be some kind of significant date coming up in the month of September, and that's why this energy is re-entering. It has meditation on here as why it was protection. So this lets me know, Aries, that when you had to detach from this person, when you had to let go of this situation, when you had to move on to other fields, pastures, meadows, whatever you want to call it, what happened is it actually got you more in touch with yourself. There's this moment of being able to separate from whatever this is. And even though you didn't really want to separate, it created a lot of inner understanding, growth, peace. There was this deep reconnection with yourself that occurred because of the separation. It doesn't mean that the other person is the bad guy or good guy, and it doesn't mean that you're the bad guy or good guy. It just means that it was beneficial that the separation occurred. Is Aries going to be reconnecting with this energy? we have ascension, and we have defiance. Well, Aries, that's funny. I'm starting to get more and more that this is about a person, because when I'm asking if you're going to reconnect to that energy, with the ascension and the defiance, and another card came out, adversary. This feels like the other person here. I feel like you guys are meant to reconnect. The situation, the energy, whatever it is supposed to come back around full circle. It is supposed to reconnect in a way here. But I feel like this person is being defiant against that energy. They're not wanting to reconnect. They're not wanting to reconcile. They're not wanting to open communication. There's something in this person's energy where they actually feel like you're an enemy, not someone on their side. So this person might feel like whatever happened between you two, that you're actually someone that is like a karmic person in their path. You're someone they need to avoid, that they need to leave alone, that they need to run really far away from. They feel like you're out to betray them, that you have no good intentions towards them. Adversary is that card that fell out, and that is that person's reasoning for not wanting to open the door or communicate with you. How is Aries meant to overcome this obstacle? If they want to, of course. How is Aries meant to overcome this obstacle? How is Aries meant to overcome this obstacle? We have divergence, and we have intelligence. Aries, the best way to move through this situation, if this is your situation and you're trying to reconnect to someone, you're trying to move back somewhere, but for whatever reason, the energy is opposing you, it's being restrictive, it's not wanting to be anywhere near you, it's not willing to work with you. If this is your situation and that is what's happening, and we do have patience here that just fell out as well. So you are going to have to be patient with this person and with this energy. And then we had love. There's two cards that fell out while I was talking. So patience and love. So it's all about keeping an open heart, Aries. But back to divergence and intelligence. This is saying that you're going to have to find a way to almost show this person that you want to balance things out with them, that you are the missing piece or component that could actually work really well with them. The divergence is all about showing no, I'm not your adversary, I'm actually your friend. I'm someone who's rooting for you, who's supporting you, who wants to benefit you. And you're gonna have to use your intellect to do this. And because it's intellect, there's going to be a need for communication. So even if this person's not willing to open up, they don't want to talk with you, they're not willing to reconnect, there is something really important about you using your verbal communication skills, Aries, in order to show this person, to tell them, to give them some kind of message or communication, trying to help them understand that you're not actually their adversary, you're not their enemy, you're not against them, you're for them. With the love and patience falling out right after those, it lets me know that with time and with patience, there can be a reconnection here. I definitely, by the end of this reading, feel like this is absolutely a person that we're talking about here. And with that, with the love and the patience, it also makes me feel that that's how you heal this, is through intellect and divergence, where I'm constantly communicating, I'm showing an effort, I'm showing you that maybe I have changed, that I know how to communicate my feelings, that I can show up and not take too much or try to give too much. There's some kind of balanced energy that this person really needs to see you in order to begin to trust that they can reconnect, that they can open up communication again. And on your end, it's going to require a lot of consistency, a lot of showing up and communicating. And at the same time, there's going to need to be this act of patience. I do feel like there's trust that needs to be rebuilt here for some reason. So there's absolutely that piece. I don't get anyone cheated on anyone. I just think the way that things ended were kind of messy and not so good at all. But again, it actually was a benefit to you and to them most likely, because you did find something significant by separating from this person. Whether that was within yourself or within your mental state. We have foresight coming out. So I think you were able to get clear enough in your mind, in your heart, your soul, to actually see what it is that you wanted to do, either with this person, with your life, with your career, your family, whatever it is here. It gave you enough clarity. It gave you that moment of peace, of silence, to really see how things are and how they're going, unless you change something. And for whatever reason, there is supposed to be a reconnection. It's just being really difficult because this person just simply doesn't trust you anymore, Aries. They really feel like you're like a snake in, not a snake in the grass. It's just like they feel like you're this dark energy that is not good for them. Not to say you're a dark person, but the way that this person is perceiving the relationship, whatever that is between you two, is that it's not good for them. I almost want to say with that adversary, each time I look at it, it reminds me of like a warrior. And so it's almost like you're a test for them. That's the way they're kind of viewing this, is you're a test for them to show that they can stand up for themselves, that they can be confident. But it's like you're the temptation that has to be battled. Like it's like you're a person that needs to be battled because you're not good for them. It doesn't mean this person doesn't like you. It doesn't mean that they didn't like you in the past or that they won't like you in the future. It just means right now, in their perspective, you're someone that they're supposed to battle against for whatever reason because you're not good for them. Let's get some last messages. I wanted to say love messages, which that wasn't my plan, but I had a deck in mind, but we'll choose a different deck since I kind of got the love message there. Sarah, which one should I use? I'm gonna use the one that I saw. Just ignore my arm in reaching. I didn't plan on doing a last message, but when it comes in, it comes in. And these feel like love messages. They honestly do sometimes. But it's called Divine Abundance Oracle cards. And I love these cards. I love the messages on them as well. This is what it looks like. So let's go ahead and get some closing messages for Aries for the month of September in regards to love and relationships. Please give me a closing message for Aries. Okay, closing message. We have two. We have flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. That's definitely that love and patience energy coming out right there. And liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. And I believe that is the realization that you had, the clarity that you could have had as well with that meditation. Aries, you could have been someone who got a lot of anxiety, got a lot of fear when it came to making decisions or doing big things or even small things. I almost get like analysis paralysis energy where you analyze it so much and you have so much emotion around it that you just end up doing absolutely nothing. But for whatever reason, the separation, the way that it could have benefited you, Aries, is it made you realize that it's not that you're incompetent, it's not that you're incapable. It really has nothing to do with you. It's all just the way that you're thinking about things. It's your thoughts and your beliefs. And it's got nothing to do with being a reflection of who you're able to be, who you want to be, and who you are. And that's a very beautiful realization to have. And people really struggle to get to that point where they realize their thoughts are separate from themselves. And I think, Aries, that this was a place where you were able to find that realization. You are not your fears. You are not your anxiety. Those are thoughts. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up, Aries. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you ever want a personal reading, the information is in the description box down below. feel free to check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys for your finance and career reading later on in the month. Thanks.